Welcome to the Inspire London College. In this video, I'll guide you about the assignment worksheet of Qualify Level 4 Diploma Managing People in Health and Social Care with the unit number L5059507. Now moving down, here you can see this is the table of the content. Now let's start discussing the specific learning outcome and assessment criteria. But before that, as you know, that you have to provide a brief introduction to your assignment, in which you can discuss the general overview of the topic of your assignment. Like the topic of your assignment is managing people in health and social care. So you must provide a brief overview, like what is meant by the managing people in health and social care. You can also discuss like why it is important to manage people in health and social care, but make sure that you keep your introduction part within 150 word by providing precise and very simple answer, because you have to provide detailed answer under the upcoming learning outcomes and assessment criteria. Now, this is the learning outcome one, which is all about evaluating how we bring new people into the health and social care world. In which, for the assessment criteria 1.1, you need to evaluate the factors involved in planning for the recruitment. Now, under this assessment criteria, first you need to identify different factors that are involved in the process, in the planning process of the recruitment. Then, once you identify these factors, then you need to evaluate how these factors play an important role in terms of finding the right people for the right job. And you also have to explain the potential impacts of these factors on the whole recruitment process, or on the people who we hire as well. Whereas for the assessment criteria 1.2, in which you need to evaluate the recruitment process with links to the legislation and policy. Now, under this criteria, what you need to do is first you need to identify different health and social care recruitment legislations and policies, such as Equality Act 2010, the Employment Act, etc. So you may identify different legislations, and then you need to evaluate like how these specific legislations or policies guide the whole recruitment process for every stage, like starting from the job advertisement to the shortlisting of the individuals, then to the point at the interviewing the individuals and then selecting the candidates. So you may have to provide reasons in terms of evaluating the recruitment process while linking them to the legislations and policies. Now, moving to the learning outcome two, which is about explaining the systems involved in building and supporting the effective team. So for this learning outcome, for the assessment criteria 2.1, you simply need to explain the whole process of team development, in which make sure that you discuss the common stages or the phases involved in the team development process. And while discussing these phases, you have to provide the explanations, or you need to talk about like how teams are developed, how conflicts can be managed within the teams, and how teams become more effective with time, specifically in the health and social care sector. Whereas for the assessment criteria 2.2, you simply need to explain the different types of teams that can be found in the health and social care, in which you can, while discussing the different types of teams, you can provide the explanation like what distinguishes the teams from one another, what are the reasons that make these teams different from one another, what are their unique characteristics, how these teams are composed, how these teams work differently from one another. So make sure that you incorporate or address these points while discussing the assessment criteria 2.2. Now, this is the assessment criteria 2.3, which is all about the appraisal. So for this criteria, first you need to understand the concept of appraisal, like why do we use them? Then you need to explain their functions, like how do they serve in health and social care profession. And then you need to provide the explanation like what important role they play in developing the team members, like how they contribute to the individual's growth, like to the team members' growth, how they play their role in improving their performance, in evaluating their performances. So make sure that provide a very concise and effective answers in terms of explaining the role of appraisal in developing team members. Now, moving to the learning outcome 3, in which for the assessment criteria 3.1, you need to discuss the factors that drive change in an organization. Now, what does it mean? In this criteria, you need to identify the different driving forces either within or around a health and social care organizations that are compelling or influencing the organizations to adopt change. So you need to provide reasons like how these factors are playing their part in terms of influencing the organizations to adopt change for the betterment. Whereas for the assessment criteria 3.2, first you need to identify different models that are commonly used in the health and social care. Then you need to select any of the two models of your choice for evaluating or analyzing. And how you need to evaluate these models, you need to provide reasons for evaluating, like why your chosen models are very useful in the care settings. What are their limitations as well, especially in the context of the health and social care. And you also have to explain like how these models can be applied in managing change within the health and social care organization. So this is how, while considering these points, you can provide a better analysis of your models in terms of their use in the health and social care. For the assessment criteria 3.3, which is very simple, in which you need to identify the different barriers, like you need to identify what are the barriers, what are the hurdles that are preventing the organizations to adopt change. You need to analyze those barriers, like why these barriers arise and how they play their role in terms of preventing the organizations to adopt change. And then in the second part of the assessment criteria, you also have to provide some strategies, some approaches that can be used by organizations in order to overcome these identified barriers to change. So this is all about the assessment criteria and learning outcome of the assignment worksheet. And here is the conclusion, in which you have to conclude the whole of your assignment by providing the main points, by summarizing the main points of your assignment within 150 words. And lastly, this is the bibliography section, in which you have to provide the references of all the sources that you use for collecting data for your assignment. So make sure that you provide references in a proper Harvard referencing style. So this is the end of the assignment worksheet for Qualify Level 4 Diploma, Managing People in Health and Social Care.